The ETM RTR has one problem. If you're thinking about buying the RTR, please watch this video before you get it. Let's begin. This is the Electro & Co. ETM RTR. It comes with a 72-volt, 25-amp-hour battery and an 8-kilowatt motor, which is similar compared to more expensive bikes. It comes with the price of $3,200. It features fully adjustable suspension in the front and rear, a bar-mounted LCD display that shows you everything you need, key ignition to turn on and off the bike, an external charging port if you don't want to take the battery out and charge it that way, hydraulic 2-piston moto brakes for the front and rear, and a 3-speed throttle switch to change the power modes, 1, 2, and Sport. To take off the seat, you need to pull the cord under the seat. Then if you pull the seat up after you pull the cord, it will go right out. To put the battery in, you align it and you probably have to wiggle it in because it fits very snug. Be patient because it'll definitely take you a couple tries. Then once the battery's in, plug in both wires all the way. And if you don't plug both wires in all the way, it will malfunction and your throttle won't work. To hold the battery in, there's a hot swappable battery system. You slide the front part into a little bar and push the other side down on the screw. Then screw the piece to hold on the battery. To put the seat in, you need to align and slide the front piece in, then push down on the back. Now it's time to talk about pros and cons. But before, I need to tell y'all what the problem was that I said earlier in the video. One day, I was riding and I did a wheelie. Right when I went past 20 miles an hour, it went right down and it lost. The battery went from 100 to 0 super fast. Either the display was wrong or it was a completely dead battery. I emailed Electro & Co. They responded saying it's a battery issue, and so I'm sending my battery back. And yeah, so that's the problem. Now let's get into pros and cons. The first pro is that this whole bike's quality. I mean, the front suspension's very nice, the rear suspension's very nice, and nothing feels cheap about it. While compared to some other bikes at the same price, kind of feel as cheap. The second pro is upgrades. Electro & Co. offers so much upgrades, ranging from the handlebars all the way to a new motor or even a new battery. If there's any upgrade that you could want on Electro & Co.'s website. Now, here's the cons. The first con is price. So, $3,200 is pretty steep for getting a pit bike when you could spend like $800 more to get a full-size bike. But if you want to use my discount code LifeWithJake5, you can save $160 off, so the bike goes down to barely over $3,000. So, I don't see that as a con if you use my discount code, but if you don't, you're wasting money. And then the last con is kind of the opposite as the first one. The durability is a little off. So I've looped this thing out twice. It has a broken rear fender. That's kind of normal. The thing I broke was the peg shaft. It bent, and so my kickstand is rubbing on my swing arm and my spring is rubbing on this one bolt. It makes a terrible sound whenever you're using your suspension. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this changed your opinion on the ETM RTR. Either you like it more or hopefully not dislike it more. But I think it's a great bike. There's very few problems and I've had so much fun on it. Goodbye.